Fog Entertainment, back with another movie review, and I've got the sixth sense that this review's going to be epic. I did you like that one? But anyway, was the movie epic? I think, you know what? I think you've got to call the movie its dues. I mean, spoiler alert, guys, so if you want to take a wee back seat there or click off, boom, boom. But I see dead people, and the ending were like, you know, Big Bruce Willis, Dr. Malcolm finds out, like, really what's going on here. They're iconic. There is no two ways about it. It's a very well done movie. We've got good actors, and I mean the kid actor here that plays Cole. It's some of the best you'll see from a kid, in my opinion. You know, you can talk about Home Alone, right, and that's very good to play a comedic role. But I'm talking like roles like this, like proper psychological shit for like a 10-year-old to play. That's fucking insane. Like, let's make no mistake about it. Give this guy the credit he fucking deserves. This was a good movie, but I think you've got to look at the plot a little bit to question some things. But we kick off the movie. Dr. Malcolm's getting it on with his wife. What's his wife called in the movie? Anna. Is it Anna? We'll go with Anna. He's getting it on where she starts screaming to see a shadow, the window's broke. Oh no, it's Donnie Wahlberg, it's Eric Matthews from Saw 2, what's he doing in the impact zone? No, it's Vincent Gray, an ex-patient of Dr. Malcolm. Turns out Dr. Malcolm couldn't exactly help out Donnie Wahlberg. You couldn't fix me. No. He's like, you call me insane? You call me crazy? Or whatever, something else, shit along those lines. Shoots him in the stomach. And we're led to believe that Dr. Malcolm survives. It says, the next fall. Right? And let's be real. The next fall. We're led to believe here that Bruce Willis, Dr. Malcolm, for however long the surgery took to get him out, spoiler alert, he's no it. Like, did it, like, we didn't see, like, we only saw one interaction with him and his wife, right? It's like, why didn't we, like, how, like, he figures out at the end, oh, I've been dead this whole time. And it's the only reason, like, why Cole's been seeing him and shit. And he said zero interaction with anyone. But the only interaction we have with his wife is when he's late for dinner, but he's talking about, like, this new kid he's been seeing, Cole. Great acting by Cole, man. Already mentioned it. But, and she doesn't say anything. She's like, happy anniversary. But it's done in such a way where they get that he isn't there. You know, like, who would come in at their anniversary of his wife and just blabber on about his son? No, the guy's looking, no, like, his patient. Nobody does that unless you're a self-centered, arrogant prick. That's the bottom line there. You know, no two ways about that. You can't spin it in the favour of Dr. Malcolm. And then apart from that, we get no other interactions with anyone. Like, the guy that's like kind of flirting and trying to get in with his wife shows up a few times and he's like down in the cellar basement and shit like that. But not an awful lot happens. You know, he doesn't, and then there's a scene where the guy goes out of the apartment, he's like, hey, jerk off. If you love your wife or whatever, and this guy's like trying to get in with your wife literally at your house, fucking saying, you want to come for dinner, honey? Like, why you not step in? And then it's like, what, you haven't had an interaction with your wife since you left the hospital bed? Oh, but dead people just want to see what they want to see. Anyway, back to Cole. I feel like, you know, and then we had the door with the red handle, yeah, we can tell. Cole cannot be saved. I mean, there's a lot of bullying going on to this kid. You definitely feel sorry for him. But the good thing is, Dr. Malcolm saved him. He couldn't tell anyone. Then he finally, like, builds the courage up at the end of the movie to tell his mom about he sees dead people. He starts telling his mom about what his grandmother said, her mother, about did I disappoint you? And all that stuff. He's like, I know what's up there. It's a dead cyclist. All this. We see the bodies in the school, which was a very, like, creepy image, to be honest, but of course we found out that was like a courtroom where they used to do that back in the day. There's a room where you get locked in a cupboard that was very creepy at the top of some stairs. That was creepy, no two ways about that, for being honest. But very sad here for Cole, very sad. All this, he's very alone, but then basically Dr. Malcolm teaches him that maybe these ghosts and all go away. You can learn to accept it. Maybe they just want help, so he helps out a few of them. This wee girl his mother killed them. Could have been stepmom. Then he gives the plate that was in like this wee fucking box that the wee girl gave to him, the ghost gave to him, and then he gives it to the dad. Dad reads it, confronts him, blah blah blah. And then basically we get a couple of final confrontations with like Cole and Dr. Malcolm, and then basically there's like weird. He plays his tape back, Dr. Malcolm, really slowly and figures out what Cole's shit's all about. Weird. But good. And then he's like, we won't be having any of these conversations, will we, anymore? And then Dr. Malcolm returns home. He's like, I saved him. I really did. And then we do get the sad scene of the movie. He's talking to his wife. Her wedding ring. She puts her hand down. He hears the roll of a wedding ring. He looks at her hand. She's already got a wedding ring. He looks at his hand. He's no got the red wedding ring. He's been dead. He can't. He doesn't bring himself to believe all the flashbacks. I see dead people. Looks like the red door, man. He can't open it. There's a fucking desk in front of it. He goes to the room. He goes up the stairs. He's grabbing his heart. He can't believe it. And then fades into the wallpaper, the same thing that the bed was in. And then it's all over. Flashback to that night. He died. He can't believe it. He shares a final goodbye with his wife. She breathes in the cold air. And then he leaves the house. He's like, I'll leave you, Annie. Very sad, but a very good movie nonetheless, guys. And I'm going to get a 7.5 out of 10. But at the same time, I feel like maybe I don't think it was blatantly obvious, but you learn since his death, he has no interaction with anyone apart from this kid who sees dead people. Does that not kind of give it away? Kind of, for me. Anyway, 7.5 out of 10.